What up, world? Back again. It is your favorite two guys in the genre of country rap, the Country Rap Report. Yours truly, Vic XL.
What up, Mr. Dude Spank?
And y'all know what it is. Country Rap Report is where we give you our opinion, our views on some of the best and worst videos in the genre of country rap. Now, some of the videos you might see, you as a traditional country rap fan, you might feel like, that's not country rap, Vic. That's not country rap, Spank. Well, you know what? We know, but we also know there are some artists that are targeting their music to the wrong people, and we just want to shift and guide them in the right direction. And we also feel like you, the fans of the genre, might appreciate them, or y'all might say, get the hell out. Don't even come over here. And actually, Spank, you know what I'm noticing? That quite a few people that we have mentioned are now starting. I'm seeing them network. I've seen some Country Rap Report 16-bar challenge from some artists that didn't really know about the genre, but now they coming on in.
I hope the genre embraces them.
So have you, first and foremost, thank you to everyone that participated in the 16-bar challenge. Thank you. Listen, but this is the problem. This is going to be the problem, Spank. I think the next time we do the next 16-bar challenge, I think we're gonna have to narrow it down because I'm finding these videos everywhere.
I ain't looked at any videos.
No. Not even that I'm watching them. It's just I'm getting them inboxed to me.
Oh no, those are the retards. The directions were you were supposed to tag us online, and that was it. If they're sending you shit directly, then they're stupid. I am no longer going to tolerate artists in their ignorance. Like, this is why you're independent and stuck in the holes that you are, because you won't think like a business and follow the proper directions. What'd you say?
Think like a what?
Like a business. Oh. Business follows certain parameters for you to be able to be successful. No, they don't do that.
I thought you created a word.
No.
I thought you said think like a hibiscus. I'm like,
no, that's a new word.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Okay, I'll make that one. I'll keep that one. Think like a hibiscus.
But yes, and so because this will air before the actual first ever live Country Rap Report airs.
Yes, it will.
So I'm going to put this out there now. Artists. And I think we're going to have to do something prior. I'm afraid that there will be people mad who's going to say, y'all didn't even review my record. And I'm like, man.
Did you follow the rules? The number one rule is to tag us. Use the hashtag. We're going to follow the hashtag. Everything that's in the hashtag on social media is we're going to pull from there. If you did not not use that hashtag, then fuck your video. And I'm saying that as much as nice as possible. There's no nice way to say fuck your video. They're not following directions. So if they can't follow directions, then imagine, just for clarity, a Drake McGuire video starts at about $2,000. If they can't follow the directions for a premium video for them to be shot for them, paid for by us, then I'm not going to pass that burden on to somebody else. Like, the shit stops here. If you can't follow directions here, I'm not going to give you the problem to somebody else. I'm not going to give this problem to another mixing or mastering engineer when, oh no, Shawty ain't got nothing but a 2-track. No. This it has to stop. Like, the professionalism needs to stop and start to be reassessed with the Country Rap Report. If you can't get past us, then motherfucker, you don't get past us. If you don't get reviewed by us because you got inferior material, then you don't get reviewed by us. If you get bad scores because your mixing and mastering is ass, or your video looks like it was shot with a flip phone, you ain't gonna get past us. But to get past us means that you have taken in the professional critique and you have upgraded the quality of your music and your videos, and now you're putting out professional standard level of quality work, whether that video work or audio work, whatever that is. If you're not doing that, then don't get past us. And there's some people in these reviews we're going to talk about that ain't going to probably get past us. And I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with that because your shit was bad. And it was bad on a level of, I'm just going to throw something out there, which is not what we need. we had enough of people just throwing stuff out there in country rap that is giving this genre a bad rap, and it doesn't deserve it, because there's good shit over here. There's other people in here that's got 20s in these reviews that is the epitome of what country rap looks like. But meanwhile, we get other folks that want to grab a camcorder, shoot the video, and throw some raggedy ass effects on it and be like, oh, I'm gonna throw this video out. This is gonna make my official video. We're not tolerating that. We ain't gonna do that, fam.
Let me say this. Shout out to everybody in the genre who loves the genre. Couple weeks ago, for those who know or might not know, I stream music, and I started putting it on YouTube and taking it off. And a lot of people who watch the Country Rap Report has embraced it. And shouts out to, I cannot remember her name. And if you're watching the show, shout out to you. She said you should stream just a day for country rap. And I was like, you know what? You're probably right. And she said, call it the hump day, hold down.
Okay.
And I thought about that. And I like, that's cool, but I don't like that name now. I don't know. I don't like the word hold down.
Okay.
It made me think of a female who failed.
Hold down.
So it is. I kept true to what we are.
That's funny.
Ridin Durty Radio Country Rap Report presents the Country Rap Tunes live music stream every Wednesday. Country Rap Tunes. That's what these are. Country Rap Tunes.
Okay.
But I shout her out because she checks out the show. And I got to say thank you to everybody in the genre, because the first one was a couple weeks ago, because we're recording this in advance. And biggest numbers of any stream that I've done.
Okay.
No advertisement. I just jumped on that thing. Just jumped on it, done it. And man, shout out to everybody who, everybody, for real. Shout out to the genre of country rap, to the point where they make me feel like maybe we shouldn't stream nothing else. Just country rap 5 days a week. But
okay.
I don't know. That'll be in the thought process. But shout out to everybody who checked it out, everybody who checked in, Zilla Gorilla, Millie Red, Southern Prospect. There are a lot of artists that embrace the Country Rap Report that we haven't even reviewed yet because they don't have videos.
Which is another thing. Like, how are you trying to? I think a lot of these guys are just using this. Maybe this is just their hobby. Maybe I'm being too harsh on people that just want to do this as their hobby, and this isn't their job. So maybe I need to take a couple steps back and reassess. Maybe I'm being too harsh and having higher expectations for people that really just doing this in their spare time and they really don't give a damn.
Well, I'm gonna say this, and I agree, but maybe to some people, the idea of making money and making a living off this is unreal, just based upon the fact that they've worked all their life. I remember artists, one of my very first artists that I worked with, he got his record deal. And when he got his record deal, he did get a bonus. And actually that bonus at the time was enough for a year's income. Which is
what a bonus is supposed to do. Yes. It's supposed to sit you down for a year. Yes.
That bonus could have sat him down for a year. And not to mention he screwed me. So he probably got a year and 2 weeks worth of money because he didn't give me all mine. But I ain't going to say his name because then it's going to be a problem. But he did get a year, enough to sit him. Matter of fact, enough that he wasn't making as much as his bonus on his job at the time. Okay. He had just had a baby. Was in the process of finding a home, and I'm probably much love to him because this was class number one in music industry 101 for me. Okay. And I learned a lot from this experience, and I still love this gentleman to this day. I call him a brother. But what I'm saying in his stamp on his behalf, he was trapped in between chasing the dream and real life. And what I mean by it is now he has a mortgage, he has a baby, and he has a steady job.
Okay.
So yes, I have this money that'll last me a year, but I can also go get my check once a week. And he done his best. He done his best to juggle them both.
Okay.
But
you can't do both.
But life won. Life won. And I'm gonna say this on behalf of him.
Life usually doesn't win. That bitch show up boxing.
Yeah. On behalf of him, his life, if you see him and his home and his vehicle, your first thought, if you knew he done music, would be like, that's rap money. Because he looks like rap money. I promise you. I know for a fact his home and his car looks better than a lot of rappers I know. And it's not about the looks, but I'm just saying, visually, if you see his home and you see his car and you know he done music, you would be like, he did okay.
Right.
You know, he got the big boy Benz, he got the big house. You know what I'm saying? But
that's all flex though.
Huh?
That's all flex though.
Well, on the hip hop side, you know, it's about flex. So
yeah, that's all flex. That ain't even about all that extra stuff.
But I can guarantee you, the average rapper who are trying to get in the game, who see him, would assume that's rap money. But really, that's him life winning.
Right. Right.
And he didn't lose, but for some reason, I feel like in here, he's not fully fulfilled. That's just my personal opinion. I'm sure he will argue with me about that, but I feel
I think that's the majority of the artists that are out there, because all of them can't win. Like you either gonna, part of your heart is gonna be like, man, did I go hard enough? You know, did I give my all to make sure that this music did what it was supposed to do? And then your mind is like, you know, well, shit, I had to take care of my family. You know, I had to do what I got to do to make sure that they were providing for themselves. So it's a one of them has to be sacrificed. Like this ain't just about the music, but sometimes you have to sacrifice not seeing your family for you to be able to make money. I did it. I do it repeatedly, but you know, my family also knows that, you know, I have dreams myself. You know, it's stuff that I'm trying to do, but all of my dreams involve me growing my family and making sure that my family's taken care of. So as long as those paths are on the same road, you know, or intertwined some sort of way, I think you can win overall, and it won't be torn heart or mind pulling you a different way, or vice versa. Like it's you just got to make that determination that this is what you want to do and do it.
Well, I'm saying that to say, going back to you calling it a hobby for some people,
right?
I think if you use the word hobby to them, it probably would offend them, because they're going to tell you how much they love what they do, and this, that, and the third. But
until you start making money from it, it's a hobby.
Right. But, you know, as artists, even with me and you, we sensitive about our shit.
Yeah.
You know, like, I ain't gonna lie, I never looked behind the scene, and Country Rap Report, we sensitive about our shit. I didn't know we had people on the block list until the other day. I was like, God, hey, there's a bunch of people been blocked over here.
Yeah. I'm quick to block.
So everyone is sensitive about their shit, hobby or profession. But I think a lot of times, real life is real life. And as much as we love it, real life is real life. And quick parental story. It's a real story. It's not music, but it's still on these lines. So my son, who wants to get into sports management.
Okay.
He's a senior in a very prestigious HBCU. And this is his senior year.
That's a historically black college or university for those of y'all on the short bus. Just have to say that.
So, I'm watching all my kids with my traits. Okay. And anyone who knows me have known that man. I don't remember the last time I had one job. So I'm sure that most people that know me don't know I ever had one job. And it's never been about one job not being enough. It's about my dreams too.
Right.
One job probably supports my household, and the other job supports my dreams.
Gotcha.
And I have to always have a mate who's very understanding of that, and that's been the issue with me for years in the relationship department, and the fact that I was a dog. But anyway, going to my son. So, and this was a very breaking point for me as a parent, because I had to give advice that was never given to me, or I was never in this position. So my son had an internship last year with the Atlanta Braves.
Nice.
You know, he wants to get into sports management. Great start. Now, you know, and when you're doing an internship, you kind of got to do what they ask you to do. So I think he was running like some of the programs. I think they call it like the 50-50 raffles.
Yeah.
He does a thing where he takes the kids on the field to run the base pad.
The interns do that shit? They don't pay people for that?
Well, he was a paid internship.
Okay. Damn.
Now let me say this. I love my son, but he probably got a job and just told me internship. Because your thought is my thought, but
right.
Sometimes I'm learning that my kids, if they get a job, just say my son got a job, want to work for Delta, and he got a job as a janitor. He would tell me he got a job at Delta, somewhere that's not in that department.
Right.
As if it matters to me.
Right.
And I never discussed this with them. I try to keep the positivity out there, but I feel like I know they're doing it. But anyway, he has to work every home game. Okay? Cool. Over the summer so he has a job with a club, and he has a job with the Braves.
All right.
And he has a job at a retail spot. Is that not Victor Walker Jr.?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so
all day.
Right. So he's juggling, and he's got his own apartment, he got his own vehicle, he's doing his thing. I couldn't be more proud. And he hadn't made no babies, so I couldn't be more proud.
Right.
Okay. So over the summer, he says he's working at this club, and he's a hookah boy.
Okay.
Which I'm like, I ain't never heard that term, but it's some people who hook up the hookahs.
Right.
And he becomes really, really good to where he's the hookah man. He's got hookah boys underneath him.
Okay.
So I guess at some point in time, they asked him to come bar hop or do some things at the bar. He falls in love with doing some things at the bar to the point he says, "Hey, Dad, I found a bartending school. It's like just a 72-hour course, and I get my certification to become a bartender.
Mm-hmm.
And that can help me at the club."
Okay.
Cool. It's summertime, so it's no braids. I'm all for it. Basically, they're saying, "Can you pay for it?" That's what I do. Is it going to help your life? Hell yeah, I pay for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I pay for it. Me being the skeptic I am, I'm like, boy, you better send me a picture of you holding that diploma.
Right.
He goes, he takes his courses, he graduates, gets moved from from hookah man to working at the bar.
All right.
Here comes that thing called life.
Okay.
He is making 3 times more money than he ever made.
All right.
Here comes the start of the baseball season.
Oh, shit. Okay.
The Braves said in order to keep this internship, you must work every home game.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the home games, because he's behind the bar now.
Right.
And he's a good-looking kid. He's getting a little tip from the little cougars in the mills.
Right.
So now he's at that juggling point. Because he's telling the Braves, I can come to work, but I got to leave because now he's dedicated to this.
Right.
Is that not life?
Yeah.
So before he has a conversation with me, he quits one of the two. What you think he quits?
He quit the Braves.
Yes.
Yeah.
He asked me, do I think he should have? I told him no. I told him, number one, you have no kids. Number two, that bar and that bar degree and this degree, the degree that you have basically put on hold because life got you working 3 jobs now, he's just 1 semester away from graduating, but he's too busy working.
That bar is 1 incident away from serving an underage person to losing their license to him not having a job.
He quit the Braves. And not only did he quit the Braves, he sent them an email.
He emailed. Oh.
I was like, bro, did you even? He's like, they're not going to work around my schedule. I was like, why didn't you ask the bar to work around your schedule?
Exactly. Yeah.
You want to be in. Do you want to be a bartender? And I'm not hating on bartender because he's doing good. But you said you want to be in sports management.
Yeah, and ain't a lot of black folks in that. You already in a tight space. Come on, bro.
And I was like, bro, you have no kids. You have no girlfriend like that. You got girlfriends.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Bro, you didn't even have to make this money-based decision when you could have just went, this is the time to choose the career. Don't be your dad. Don't be your dad. Not saying my life is bad, but I'm going harder at my career now because I don't have the responsibilities I had then.
Right.
Like me and life are cool now. You know what I'm saying? We like, okay, I see you over here, life. Life allows me to do my 1-2 thing now.
Right.
So I'm just, and I don't think he's wrong for bartending, because he says, in true Victor Walker fashion, and when I say this, you're gonna probably say, yeah, I've heard that before. In true Victor Walker fashion, he says, I was like, I thought you wanted to be a sports executive. He says, why can I do both? I was like, what fucking executive is serving drinks at the bar?
And that executive started at a certain point. You just left that starting point. Now you got to restart.
That's how I'm saying. Like, bro, whatever you done with the Braves last season, they enjoyed you enough, liked you enough to bring you back.
He should have read the room. Look around, right? There's a lot of people.
Oh my God, I used that. I told him, bro, did you not? Instead, he asked his mother, and I'm not dogging her, and someone else who I have no idea, for advice. And he spoke to me after he'd done everything.
Okay.
He's like, you making me feel like I made the wrong decision. I was like, no, you made a life decision that you have to live with. I don't know if you made the right or wrong decision because you're still gainfully employed. What you can't do is 15 years from now, ask yourself, what if I hadn't quit? Because you didn't have to.
Right.
You didn't have. My situation was different. I had children.
Right.
You didn't have to. But you telling me, oh, Dad, shoot, I got this Hennessy. Did you know they made Hennessy with this flavor? This bottle is $90, Daddy. Sir, get that when you are a sports executive. Exactly. Not when you are 23.
Sports executive that somebody probably going to gift to you because you got them a contract. Yeah.
I'm saying that to say all the artists out there, I know it gets hard. You know, I just watched the artist. I looked at an artist who just got married. One of the dopest artists I've heard in the genre. We've never reviewed a video. He just got married, so I know he has life. Bro, but his music is so dope. But I've never seen a video about it. You know what I'm saying? Just got married. So a lot of times, everybody out there pursuing your dreams is scary. I'm a victim of that fear. It's scary not know. I look at Spank and say, man, shit, I've always said he's willing to let them kahunas hang. And I've always been afraid to say, I'm going to chase wholeheartedly. So I probably would be more on the hobby side. But I'm here to tell everyone, do better than me and push yourself. And if you have a nest egg, like my artist got a nest egg them years ago, jump. Take that leap of faith, especially if you have a financial nest egg that can hold you for 12 months. Agreed. Because we live in a society now, especially now, a job ain't hard to find.
Oh, hell no. Everybody hiring. Motherfuckers ain't went back to work. Everybody is hiring right now. Right. Everybody. So right now, if you want to be an artist and you got a little cushion, like if you got your little Kelp money, you got your little PPP loan, you got your stimulus. If you think between the Kelp money, the PPP loan, right, and your stimuluses, that could the Kelp money, that the workman's comp, the unemployment. Oh, you got that. They have given out enough money to hold a lot of people a good year. Yeah. Depending on your lifestyle, maybe two. Yeah. Depending on how you parlay, depending on how many PVPs you got.
I'm just saying, this is a good time to pursue a YouTube career, music career, your business career, whatever.
Yeah. You just got to jump out on faith.
Jump out on faith and explain it to your family. But make sure, this is the tricky part. Make sure if your family is important to you, which it should be, that they're understanding. Because if they're not understanding, it's going to probably be some problems.
Yeah, especially the person that's closest to you, whether it's a girl or your wife or whatever, your boyfriend, if you're a female, or whatever you're into, I don't care. But whoever your significant other is, they need to understand that this is now turned into a AMA. They need to understand that your other person that is in your life is your music.
Maybe we should make it an AMA. And
your music, yes, we should. And your music demands certain time from you, and you have to commit to that. And they need to be able to give you that amount of leeway or that amount of less stress, or don't put any pressure on them, allowing you to be you so you can pursue that. Because until you get it out of your system, it's going to eat you up. Until you are able to say, oh, I went in there and recorded this is what I wanted to do. You got to take those steps. And if that person doesn't allow you to take those steps, as my other person walks in the room, if that other person doesn't allow you to make those steps, then you will forever be doubting yourself. You will, and then that it starts to turn to resentment towards that other person, because now you're like, well, this motherfucker didn't even allow me to dream, but they want me to do all this other shit for them to allow them to dream. And now it's a personal thing. Now you're mad at yourself. Now that shit turns into resentment and bitterness towards that person. Now you got some other shit going on in your relationship when it all just started with you opening your mouth and saying, hey, I want to do this. I want to pursue this. And I would like your support in doing it. If you don't get that support, you probably should reevaluate that relationship. And I'm saying that to be transparent, because if that other person does not support you to be able to help you to be great, then you need to really think about, is this the person that needs to be in your life to uplift you? Because they're just going to continue to tear you down or hold you down, because now they're one of those crabs in that bucket, and they're not going to let you escape that bucket, because if they can't win, you can't win. So now they're continually pulling you back because they can't see it like you can see it. So they're a deterrent. Any deterrents in your life, you need to get rid of them. Whether that's wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, mom, dad, whatever that is, they need to get out your life. Or block all of that off, and you focus on you until you are able to pursue whatever that is that you got in your life that you want to pursue. Now, that could be you being an artist, it could be you being a producer, whatever that looks like for you. Pursue that. And until you get to that point to where you're actually making an attempt towards that, then it's just going to be turmoil in your life.
Well, I agree wholeheartedly, because you will, especially as you get older, and if some of these dreams were something that you feel like are somewhat age compliant.
Oh yeah, music is.
Yeah, well, not country rap.
Not country rap, but most music is. Music can be dated. Like some of the shit that you're trying to do, like you were trying to be a country rapper 10 years ago, and it's much easier for you to do it today. And then you can still do it regardless of whatever age you were 10 years ago. You can most likely get in and be more applicable today because there's more of an audience for it. There's a real genre out here for it. You could do all of that for that, but you can't. If you were 150 pounds and muscle bound, and now you like 250 and look like you're pregnant and you're a dude, you might want to reconsider trying to pursue that R&B career, because you ain't got that R&B bod no more, fam. But there are some chubby chasers out there, y'all folks are into whatever they do. But it's just some things, bro. You gotta just pursue it. Just jump off that porch. Don't let anybody deter you. Just if they holding you back, knock them off. Jump off. Go and do whatever it is that you think that you want to do.
The only thing I'm gonna say about that is, if you have kids.
Yes, that becomes a deterrent.
If you have kids, number one, fellas, When you're pursuing that, stay out of jail. And what I mean by that is don't allow yourself to get in that rat race of child support.
Yes, sir.
Because they don't play with that. Now listen. I'm finna give some advice that might upset some of the ladies. Right. But I'm gonna give some advice.
Oh, do it for the cooch wasn't upsetting enough. We go.
Listen, fellas. If you made a baby and you and this woman can't get along, I strongly suggest, if possible, once a month, when you pay, especially because if you're chasing your dream and you and this woman broke up and you had a baby, chances are you're not jumping in another strong relationship. I don't really see why you should do that.
Okay. This person on paper or not?
You ain't got to the paper yet.
Okay. No, I'm saying, is he on paper?
Not yet. But say that you and this woman broke up, in and out of each other's life, but you
I already know where this is going.
Hey man.
This the Victor Walker. Right?
Once a month, man. You make your life a lot easier if you can slide in there. You have to take one for the team, which is you. Don't go out here getting no better looking girl. You chasing your dream. And you need to stay off that paper, but you need to pay. You need to pay.
Yeah.
Don't not pay. But if you gotta, go up through that once a month, it'll make your life a lot easier, I promise. I'm just saying.
Oh my God. That's solid advice. That's solid advice.
No, I'm saying if you're not willing to get in a committed relationship, what are you doing wrong? Because me and you know them people don't play with you.
Oh no. Oh, child support don't give a damn what your career look like. You better pay. You need to pay something monthly.
So whatever you gotta do to convince her, hey, let's do this before you go down there.
Don't call them people. Don't do that. Hold on.
Well, come by the house before you go down there. Keep her, but pay. Because if you don't pay, you wrong.
Yeah.
Because I ain't never not paid.
Right.
But I don't, it was strike one, strike two for me. They went down there. I couldn't get to them quick enough. They went. Strike one, strike two. When that third pitch was coming already. And I hit that thing.
Literally.
Monthly. 18 years. I'm striking.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just saying, man. I never got in a strong relationship either. There's not a woman out here who could say, "Ooh, I can't believe he was doing that." What? No, I did not, because I took one for the team called Vic. I didn't want to be in these folk systems because they'll lock you up and they don't care where you're at in your new career.
Okay.
I've seen people rebuild a career and they come get them folks out them jobs because them folks behind and they don't care because you didn't come handle their paperwork. You know what I'm saying? You sitting back, I'm trying to get my shit together. No, we don't care. She put you on the paper. You owe us this. You got to go. And that will ruin whatever you're building and you got to start over. I'm just saying, think it through. Life is a thinking game. Thinkers win. Impulsive people don't. I'm a thinker.
Agreed.
Yes, since we're going to make this an AMA. I found this, bro. I've been wanting to talk about this.
Okay, right.
So I'm going to read this to you and I want your opinion.
Okay.
I'm strolling through the book and I see a post by Mr. Bravo Gator.
Gator? What Gator talking about?
And this post says, I've recorded over 40 songs in the past 6 weeks. 6 weeks.
Okay.
I've recorded over 40 songs in the past 6 weeks. Those people trying to say I'm not making a comeback couldn't be more wrong. I'm in full go mode over here. I told y'all the game's a lot safer when I'm behind the scenes, but all I kept hearing was I fell off. and I didn't have it in me anymore. Well, you're in for a surprise. Hashtag Gator. Best rapping CEO in the history of the game is back.
Okay.
I've been calling for this. I've been calling for it.
You have.
How do you feel about that?
Okay. This needs to come with a prerequisite. I'm already in a bad mood today, so
I can tell.
I'm probably going to say some foul shit. So I don't think CEOs need to be rapping.
What?
I don't think any active CEO needs to be moving their own material when they have a label. I think it's a conflict of interest because everybody on that label needs that attention to be on them instead of on you.
Okay, so, well, let me say this to go with your prerequisite.
Okay.
Your disclaimer. If any fans of Mako take offense to that statement, please go back and listen to the statement. That was not even directed to Gator.
Oh, no, not at all.
But no, you know how people take it.
I know how most of them are going to take it. But like I said, then when they took it that way, fuck them. This is my opinion, and it's a valid opinion because throughout the history of music, especially in hip hop, because this is where we see it mostly, when those CEOs jump in front of the mic, now the focus doesn't be on the other artists. It is on the CEO, which is why CEOs shouldn't ever be in front of the camera or behind the mic. They stay behind the scenes and move the paperwork. They stay behind the scenes and do all of the other logistics stuff. So now let's just throw a scenario out there. And this ain't about Mako. This is about Hard Target because he's CEO. This is about all CEOs.
Well, can I time you out?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna time you out. And the reason I'm gonna time you out is I don't 100% agree with that theory. Okay. I think a CEO can get in front of the mic, but it's contingent to how strong his team is. And I'm not talking about his team of rappers or artists. Okay. I'm talking about his team of business. I'm not talking about his producers.
Okay.
I'm not talking about his security team. I'm not talking about his roster. I am talking about the people who, as you just did, move the paper with him now or her.
Okay, that's fair.
If you are the main, because the people that has been successful at this had Lil Wayne. You're not going to tell me Lil Wayne shouldn't get in front of the mic, but Lil Wayne has obviously had very, very, very successful people who move this around.
Yeah, Cortez moved the needle for him.
Yes.
Like Lil Wayne was just the mouthpiece for Cash Money, but Cortez did all of the work, most of the work.
Yes.
You know, so he had a good assist for somebody to actually do the logistics, and he just took care of the artist stuff. You know, but it was still that Cortez Bryant is the person we're talking about, this Lil Wayne's manager. He also kept true to what Lil Wayne's vision was, him being his manager and trying to put together Cash Money and all that other stuff. So he held true to that. I don't know what that looks like I didn't know what it looked like for Puff. I don't even know who the fuck was managing Puffy, truth be told. But when Puff was doing it and he was being CEO, Puff and being producer and rapper, like Puff had his hands in way too many things. He's a billionaire now, so all of that shit worked. But when we look back on it, we see where his artists weren't treated fairly. Oh, now we're seeing that his artists is begging for their royalties and masters back because he's held on to them. Like, these are the horror stories that we're getting in 2022. Like, on up to that point, Puff had to do a lot of things that were being done that were stereotypical in the music industry. I don't see where anybody over in country rap is doing anything stereotypical because we don't have a stereotypical formula. We don't even know how to fucking roll out over here. Like, we literally, weekly, we can look on iTunes and be like, oh shit, such and such dropped an album. Or shit, such and such dropped a single. There wasn't any announcement this shit was coming. There wasn't any. When we talk about a rollout, that is your plan, your preemptive plan for you to properly advertise, market, and promote whatever it is that project is about to be, whether it's a single EP album, double album, whatever that is. And all of that is probably associated with some sort of marketing video or package for that. So, but we're not getting any of that over here, which is, and we've said that since the very beginning. And once we started our show, there needs to be rollouts. There needs to be something for fans to be engaged with and know that what is coming, so that they know when and how they need to be spending their money. This is a multi-million-dollar a month industry, but it's random as fuck. And most of us are making our money over here through merch. But the music industry people, they're making their money off of the fucking music. You guys aren't marketing the music as much as you're marketing your merch. And I'll use Mako as an example. Savannah Dexter had an album to drop. I didn't know when yes, I'm blocked on social media still, but my wife didn't tell me about any promo that was out there or that was coming. So, Savannah's going to drop an album. It's coming on this date. That shit hit iTunes, and I follow her on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, all of that stuff. So whenever that shit pops up, it's in my feed, and they're suggesting it to me. And when I looked at it, I was like, well, how is this going to look when the CEO drops? And he ain't got a rollout. But what if the CEO does have a rollout, but then ain't nobody else had a rollout? So now what are the acts over there thinking? Like, oh shit, you can roll your shit out, but I can't get a rollout, or had she had a rollout, maybe she would have been able to compete with Kendrick Lamar, in that same week. I don't think it would have been likely because very few people did. Kendrick had like all of his albums to be in the top 20, in the top 10 all at once when he dropped. But I don't see where a working CEO is an asset to the label unless you're the only act on the label. Now all the other acts are like, well, what you finna do different that I didn't get done? So now the microscope is on your ass. Now they're in you like, okay, well, you gonna spend a little extra on social media promo? How come I didn't get that social media extra promo? That doubt starts to fart in these people's heads. And he ain't like he got lightweights over there. He's got some heavyweights. He's got not only does he have Savannah, but he's got FJ, who has vastly improved his career in the last year and a half. He's got Bubby Galloway, who was putting out some phenomenal shit since he's been over there. He's got Connor, which they just announced, but Connor is probably the best act that is on their fucking roster, and I will say that vehemently until somebody proves me wrong. He's got Jay Roosevelt, who hadn't dropped shit since the Posse video.
He's dropping now. He's
whenever that drops.
They're leaking.
He's got a squad of heavyweights. We ain't even talking about him. It ain't even like he needs to touch the mic. And this is now turning into a Mako rant. And this is all justified because this ain't no shit that I haven't said before that I won't say again to Bravo Gator. I think your biggest asset is your pen. I think your biggest asset right now, and this is what is happening, and I'm gonna say it because y'all probably won't say it. Gator sees that, oh shit, Savannah is now the top female over here. Gator sees that everything that he has touched over here, there's lots more eyes on it than it was before, including himself. Savannah probably has more of a successful career right now than he did when he was a rapper. So now that he got all of these eyes on him, and he's got the number one female, not just on his roster, but that's also his girlfriend. Shit. I want some of that. That's that ego talking. That's that ego talking right there. You're
never going to get anyone to say that's the truth.
Well, no.
Let me interject.
Okay.
We all have an ego.
Oh, for sure.
And anybody who say they don't, they do.
Why would one of the top 20 best dissers ever not have an ego?
Right. But I don't see, me personally, I agree with what you're saying.
Right.
I don't think he's wrong. I think the game needs him.
Oh no, I'm not dissing that. I'm not saying that he's wrong. I just, not with this part. I said he's wrong about some other shit. I just don't personally, this is my personal opinion, not saying that it hasn't worked because Puffy did it. Timbaland did it. Pharrell did it.
Everybody does it.
CeeLo Green has done it. That's just so many people.
50 Cent.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it doesn't work. I'm saying that formula, when it hasn't been done over here, so it's going to be a little bit different on how we see it over here when he tries to duplicate it. Because this is now, I think we've said that he's no limit. Mako is no limit of country rap. Okay, Master P, because Master P was trash rapping, but you are better lyrically than him, so I'm not disputing.
He's better than anyone on the roster ever at No Limit.
I don't know about Fiend now. He might be even with Fiend. Fiend was the shit lyrically, but it doesn't. But that's neither here nor there. Gator's issue now, that ain't even an issue. This is just my personal opinion. I just think that CEOs don't need to be rapping. But again, prove me wrong. I love to be proved wrong when especially when in this genre that is growing and trying to blossom and be as big as it can be. Fuck yeah, rap, dude. We needed you from the beginning. We needed you when I was down there working for Mako, and I was like, "Well, you gonna drop an album?" He said, "No, not yet. It's not happening. All I want to do is focus on the other acts." He's done that. He has built up his roster to the point to where, okay, well now I can drop, and I won't be a distraction. All of them can stand on their own legs now. FJ's a successful artist and still growing on the brand that he has. Savannah's like dominant and doesn't need anybody else, but anybody else that comes in is just a plus. Like he's going to, if his pen touches Bubby Galloway, oh my God, because I love Bubby's voice. That shit would be magical. And I've never had any issues with the pen. I think it can work. Yes, it can work. My personal thing, though, I would like for CEOs just not to rap. That's all I'm saying.
And I think that when the game the game will never be over. If you think of CEOs that have rapped in the history of hip hop,
it's a lot of them out there. Yes.
No, how many are in the top 20? A lot of them.
Yeah.
So for everyone who agrees with you, there'll be people on the other side like, hold on, bro. 50 Cent, Eminem,
we can stay in our genre.
T.I.
Church is the CEO and raps.
Right. You gonna say Church and rap?
Hard Target is the CEO and raps. No, right. I'm not. I'm saying that it is very difficult to judge those things. And I'm gonna piggyback on what you said, without the proper team around you to be able to do it. And I don't see where the proper team is around him to be able to do it based on the releases that we've seen thus far from Mako.
So now I will not disagree with that. Okay. I think a lot of CEOs, let's just take Gator. Gator has a vast amount of knowledge that he was able to bring from the hip hop side of things to incorporate in the country rap side of things to make it successful. Agreed. For me, saying that, I don't think he should suppress his talent because we know he's penned record for other people that people would never know.
Right.
So I think he definitely should do his thing, but I think at this point, I don't know what the financials look like over there. Even if he got to get people, I think even for him to be where he needs to be, just from everything I say I can support.
Okay.
And based on what you're saying, in order to make yourself have a successful career, in order to make everyone now and after have a successful career, you have to, at this point, bring more people into the fold or have a better regimen. Even if you got to write on paper, bro, this is our formula. Take this paper, give it to somebody and say, follow this.
Right.
And ensure they do it, because he should not be having releases. Like, to me, from where I see, that label now gets that vast amount of information out via stories, not posts, stories.
Yeah, but stories disappear.
Right.
Stories only valid for, X amount of hours. Then after that, it doesn't exist. So I don't think that's a valid way to put out information to the people. When was the last time fucking Mako posted? I'm not blocked there. I can go look there.
Well, I pull it up. I pull it up because I'm only on the gram. And again,
I am too.
The last post as on their official Instagram.
Okay.
Was October 27th, 2021.
It is what's today, babe? June what?
12. 11 for 12.
June. We are filming on June 11th. The last post on this Instagram from an official record label that has multiple artists was October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. Fucking 8 months ago. Somebody could have had a baby in between that time. What? Why? This is, and again, I'm not harping. Gator, I'm not harping. And anybody else, fucking totally offensive comedy, before you suck nuts, I'm telling you, I'm giving professional advice right now. So you keep your fucking comment to yourself because I don't care. What I want Mako to succeed. I would not have gone there to work had I not thought that, and I don't want anybody to change any of those perceptions. I still want everybody over here to succeed, especially this motherfucker, because I know him personally. Anybody that I know personally, I still want you to win, regardless of whatever issues that we have, even though I'm blocked and you know who I'm talking to. I still want all of y'all to win over there. It is very difficult in 2022 to disseminate information to the masses when you haven't posted in 8 months. Now, I'm looking at it from today back to then. Now, there probably were some posts that y'all made and then were deleted. That's stereotypical hip hop shit. But according to the person who jumps on this shit today, according to the person who jumps on it whenever they see this going from today and in the future, because you can't retroactive any post, you have been dormant from then until then. That doesn't look good for a business. That doesn't look good for anybody that's trying to buy into, because we're trying to get people to buy into, actually spend money and some of their hard-earned money on our shit that we go in and create. If you haven't done anything in 8 months, they're probably going to be less likely to buy into whatever that you're putting out, because you're going to go in and disappear. Because before that 8 months, you posted on October the 21st. You posted before that on July 9th. So there was August, September, October. There was a 3-month gap between that fucking post. Now, I'm not saying any of this to be spiteful. I'm saying all of this to show and validate that you have to be consistent. And that consistency in music, you got to give information daily. It could be random shit. The shit that you put in on your stories, put that shit in your feed, because it doesn't disappear. It shows people that you're being active and that you don't want it to disappear, and you need a log for people to go back and buy into it. The buy-in is important. You got to know. I know he knows that. Mr. Run People Off MySpace. I know you know that the buy-in is invaluable. There can't be a buy-in for an 8-month disappearance. And before that, a 3-month hiatus. There can't be. Y'all got to do better.
I'm not the best, but the one thing I know how to do is post. I'm thinking, look, I just went on TikTok.
Right.
They don't even have a page. They don't have
all of them stories.
Now, if you hashtag it, and I know now there are people going to be like, oh, that beat. We're not. Guess what? What we're saying, everyone should be doing.
It doesn't just apply to Mako. We're not just talking about their ass.
We're applying to Mako because he is making a comeback, which is necessary.
Right. Without a doubt.
In order, now you mentioned the ego, right?
Right.
I'm gonna go back to the ego part.
Every rapper got one now.
I'm going back to the ego part.
Okay.
And I'm finna tie it all in.
Good, because we need to wrap it up.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to talk about chasing the dream and the ego.
Right.
You mentioned my top selling artist.
And that'd be the name of it. Chasing the Dream versus Ego. That'd be the name of this episode. My wife's sitting right there. So
you mentioned my top selling artist.
Right.
Who has probably surpassed whatever my accolades were.
Yes. In less than a year. Yes.
So now I'm coming back because I'm coming back. Whether
right.
it's ego, whether it's skill, it's probably a combination of both. And as a man, we don't never say it's the ego, and I get it.
Right.
But guess what? If you don't properly, since Spank don't feel like a CEO shouldn't be behind the mic, if you don't properly roll yourself out, you're going to still look like you failed to your top artist.
Oh, yeah. That's the biggest risk.
So now that resentment you spoke about,
yeah,
that deep down resentment that we don't discuss,
right?
That we can't figure out why we feel this way,
right.
Do you understand where? Damn, I ain't do as well. I ain't studying her. I gotta go back to the studio.
Right
now, indirectly, these are human emotions that people. I'm sure when this is watched, a person is going to feel away. But these are real life human emotions that.
What you talking about, Tommy? Tommy's ass is blocked. I don't give a fuck what Tommy thinks.
No, I'm just saying people in general.
Okay, well, anybody else that want to jump in the chat and throw shade, your ass to get blocked too. I don't give a fuck.
If you're afraid to deal with your human emotions, even if you don't, even if I don't say Spank, man, my goddamn wife be getting on my nerves. She don't support me. Even if I'm not willing to say that out loud, it's in here. We have emotions inside of us that we act on that we won't never tell anyone because we don't even comprehend them our damn selves until after the fact.
Right.
Sometimes you'll check yourself, but man, I was tripping.
Yeah.
But Julian, when you say I was tripping, you done took that L.
In some sort of way, yeah.
You done took that L. That wife is gone, or that husband is gone, or that business partner is gone, whatever the case may be. We ignore the ego, but the ego is always there, and chances are the ego is undefeated when it comes to our emotions. Ego and emotions work like this. They low-key having a side chick relationship.
Oh, yeah. Your ego be right here on your shoulder. Just be whispering, do it. Do it. I bet you don't do it. I bet you don't do it. Or the other one be over there, bro. You don't want it. Make sure you think about this, But that one over there, he win all the time. Especially with artists. Especially with artists. With an artist, he won't shut the fuck up. He might well be invisible and blind. He will talk and talk and talk, and the artist will listen to that person. And I'm finna do this. I know I'm the greatest rapper ever. Or I know I can make this beat and it sound like it's the greatest thing ever produced. Like that, the ego for creatives is much worse, which is why I always say artists think different. When I say artists, I'm talking about creatives. We have a different mindset. We don't think in a logical way for us, which is typical logic. We think in an artist logical way. And usually that follows some sort of system or scheme that has been put out there by the industry to follow. Instead of us just following our hearts, putting together the music that we want to make and that we feel like we want to make. That is one of our biggest crutches. And I'm going to jump on that for a second. Most of us creatives, we make shit that people think we make the shit that we think people want to hear, or we make the shit that we think will sell, instead of just being like Helen Keller to the bullshit and just saying fuck them. I'm gonna make the shit that I want to make. I'm gonna make my music. When you do that and when you put that energy in it, then people gravitate towards that because they see that it's genuine. They see that it is you. They want to buy into you. There's a buy-in words again. They want to buy into whatever that you are representing. Mako, and me jumping back on them, Mako has created a machine that you can buy into everybody over there. You now know what the FJ sounds like. Had you listened to Mako, the FJ before Mako, it was random as fuck. It was depressing. But now you hear FJ and you see the look, you see the branding. All of that is coinciding with each other. It is perfect. You now know what Savannah Dexter looks like. You know what her brand is about. Whether she was with Gator or not. Before that, she was still making bomb ass music and spitting some dope lyrics. Now she's singing more. It's just more heartfelt shit. Now it's more emotional driven. Now there's more of a penmanship to it, to where somebody's buying into and making her believable. Gator did all of that. Now the biggest risk, and we touched on it when you said that, if you fail, you are now damning everybody else that is on your roster, because you cannot fail. You cannot half-ass this. You cannot have a weak rollout. You cannot have a weak project. whatever that is going to look like. And I would recommend that you put out single after single after single after single. Don't drop an album. I would keep in their face and put your foot on their fucking neck and not let up and just drop song after song after song after song. Don't drop an album. If you want to drop an album, drop this shit at Christmas just as a gift to the fans. But don't drop an album immediately. Have a proper rollout. Have a proper advertising and marketing and branding strategy around it. Because if the Gator that we remember from MySpace, that I'm sure John Connor does not ever want to ever come fucking back and touch a mic ever again, if that Gator shows up, then that Gator needs to come out and kick the fucking door down. That Gator does not need to walk in the room and be like, yeah, I'm back. Social media posts that disappear, they're saying, yeah, I'm back. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're better than that. As a talent, you're better than that.
At this point, especially when it comes to that label, feel like they need to set aside some form of finance. Even if I'm gonna go lowball, bro. Even if it's $100 a month, right?
For what? What you paying for $100 a month?
Bro, this is just me.
Uh-huh.
If I had to pay $100 a month, right?
Uh-huh.
For a person to make 50 posts for me on my Mako Instagram, my Mako Facebook, and my Mako TikTok, it has to happen.
Bro, they got enough rabid fans over there that somebody can create that shit for free.
Well,
give them some merch.
Give them merch. Give them exclusives.
They come to shows in their city. There's plenty of bartering they could do.
Yes, bro. But just me personally, there are people, because this machine is everybody looks at this machine. This machine has just as much clout as Average Joe does. Yes.
And that's saying a lot when Average Joe has decades to precede them. Like this machine is now the standard. Don't fuck up, Gator. All eyes are on you. It's to quote Tupac. I don't want to quote Tupac. All eyes on me is Tupac. I don't want to quote Tupac. I want to quote you, because I can't quote a Tupac lyric. I can't do it. It's just against my standards. I might go and do an Eminem or Jay-Z lyric, but I can't.
All right, Tupac.
Pac is the shit, bro. I just can't. No, I can't do that. I won't do that. He has to make sure that he doesn't fail. Like this is probably the most pressured project that he's probably ever going to do thus far in his career. Now, Savannah's album, the first debut album, was probably the second biggest, but this is probably the biggest now, because all of the industry will be watching how you treat yourself versus how you treat your artists. Now, y'all got to get it right over there. I know that there are pieces over there. I know that George is over there handling some stuff administratively. Like, ain't nobody called me and asked me shit, but I give free advice all the time. Pick up the phone and ask. I'm not going to call y'all and give you any advice because I'm still blocked. But I will definitely give out as much info as possible. All you got to do is ask. I want everybody to win, especially them. I
definitely want to see, number one, for me saying he's the best rapping CEO, I need him to be successful. And I want and know he has the potential to do the numbers everyone else on that label does. And right. I feel like if he doesn't, it could possibly hurt the brand.
Agree.
And I don't want anyone watching this taking this the wrong way. And this is not a backpedal. This is just constructively, we want this team to win because they have potential in the roster to bust the doors completely open for the genre.
Yeah, exactly.
They have the potential to set the blueprint for people who want to start a label.
Agreed.
Think of the blueprint, No Limit Left for Cash Money. Rough Ride. All these people who followed the blueprints, but it took a Rap-A-Lot to start.
Agreed. So You're right.
And only reason I'm backtracking it, walking it back, for all the people who are going to just take the...
Man, don't fuck them. We ain't got to mince words. We ain't got to mince, because everything that we're saying is constructive criticism, and we want them to win. And the person that we're talking to directly, Bobby Shifter, he understands what we are saying, and I know that he ain't gonna take it in that way. If so, then I'm sure he would call or text, but I don't see that happening. We are trying to better the entire genre, and him being as vital as he is, he's got to get it right for the entire genre. And we can speak for the genre because we're one of the few media outlets that are out here that is not in pocket with somebody or giving one-sided opinions. He has to get this right for country rap's sake. I feel sorry for anybody he dissed, though. That shit gonna be entertaining as hell. I'm waiting on that shit.
I think he'll stay away from that.
Man, drop a diss record. First one. I want to hear all of that shit. Fuck him. I need all of that. Bring that side of Rob Gator back, please. That was exciting. Those are good times.
I think we'll hear more of the singing Gator. I think we'll hear more of the singing Gator. All right, man. Let's wrap this up. We
better not. We better not. We better be rapping. I don't want all that singing shit.
No, I ain't mad at the singing. The singing Gator I'm hearing with Savannah, the record about his son, I'm with it.
I'm okay with it, but I want bars. I think we'll get bars.
I think we'll have just as much singing.
I need more bars than singing, or your ass won't be getting reviewed on the Country Rap Report. This ain't the country singing ass report. I want the country raps.
I'm gonna say, just because you just said that, before I end the show,
right?
Is that why you took a video off?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a video. It was a cover art. It was just a standard picture. It wasn't a real video.
Oh, you had sent it to me.
I know. I sent it because whenever shit's in my feed, I just send it. I don't ever watch it. I don't watch shit until you send me the link.
Gotcha.
And whenever it's in my feed, I send you the link, and that's it.
All right.
I would have wanted it to be a video. Katie Noel, make a video. That song that was out, it was an YouTube exclusive. I had to take it off of our list because it wasn't a real video. But please make a video. The genre needs you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please visit countryrapreport.com for all your Country Rap Report needs. Again, salute to everybody that contributed or participated in the Country Rap Report's first ever 16-bar challenge. I've been talking to some people who already want to know when we're going to announce the winner and when the live is going to be. The live will be
the winner. Y'all ain't ready shit.
June 25th.
Can y'all go back and watch the 16-bar challenge video, please? It tells you all shit in it.
June 25th, we're going to do a live. Let me say this now about the live. I said that we will review the videos live.
Yes.
That's not going to happen.
What?
We're going to review the music, not the actual video.
We are going to both watch the videos.
I'm going to play the music live.
Okay.
And we will review the bars, because I don't know how to fix it so that we are both actually watching the video as the people.
Oh, and it's playing right there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It can't play when they... Maybe we got to use a different outlet. Maybe one of them streaming things. Because Bob, I know Bob does it when he does his streams, and he can play a video straight from YouTube.
No. I can play a video and watch it. I don't know if someone that you're bringing in.
Okay. Oh, we can test it. You want to test it out?
We can between now and then.
We got. We're
going to use it. We're going to use a different streaming platform when we go live. But just in case we don't, we will definitely be reviewing every 16-bar challenge musically, because the video is not that important anyway. Because remember, we allow thumbnail videos.
Right, but I don't want to shortchange anybody who took the effort to. I've only watched one video, and that was the first one. That was Jesse B. I've only watched one video since anybody else.
Do not do that. Don't do that.
What? No, I'm saying I've only... No, she was first.
She was not first.
She was first to use the hashtag and follow the fucking rules.
She was not first.
Yes, she was.
She was not first.
Okay, when we gonna look at this hashtag, when we do it, it's because it's dated. We're gonna see who was first.
That's why I know she was not first, and this is not a disrespect to Jesse B.
Okay, she was first for me. She was not first.
Rowdy Dowdy was first. Slew Rowdy Dowdy. He was first.
I haven't seen you, Rowdy Dowdy, so I apologize. But I know that the first one that I saw, I say that the first one that I saw that was professionally done was Jesse B. So, but I want those.
You said professionally done. You just
we said if anybody want to do a video, they can do the video and then we'll post it and we'll share it. But I don't want anybody who took the time to do a video to not get those views or get that look. I want to be able to put that on the screen. So we got to test it so we can give those people that shine.
Matter of fact, hold on, I'm going to
Heather's sitting right over there. She'll probably. When I hit the hashtag, when Jesse B posted, there wasn't anybody else in the hashtag. That's why I said that she was the first. Unless homeboy added his hashtag later, because
the way he did his, he done it as a reel. So when you go on the Instagram on the hashtag, you have 3 categories. You have top, you have recent, and you have reels. For some reason, when he uploaded as a reel. So if you didn't click on the reel box, it didn't come up on the recent or the top. I don't know why.
That might be an issue with everybody else then. There might be
because I'm looking at his reel now, and it don't tell me the date he uploaded it. But yeah, he was first. I'm broke. Oh, I didn't know Scram did one.
What?
Did you know that?
I did not. Because whenever Heather's been keeping tabs because they would tag the Country Rap Report, but I told her I'm not looking at shit until that day. Don't tell me shit. Don't tell me nothing.
Don't even tell you who done them?
I don't want to know.
You don't?
There's people inboxing me like, check this out. Here's my 60-bar challenge. I'm not looking at anything. I want my reply to be genuine. And like I said, I've only watched one video. That was the first one that I thought was the first video, which was Jesse B. Everybody else, they're going to wait until the live show, and that's going to be my live reaction for when I first hear your stuff.
And we're going to pick the winner live on air?
Boy, imagine if all of our reviews were live, because some of these would get straight ass. I had to rethink some of these just so I could be nice.
All right, look, countryrapreport.com, y'all. Please visit the website. Please get you some merch. Please. We drop videos every Monday, Wednesday,
Make
Friday.
Me click on one. Let me get off of Instagram. I clicked on the wrong thing.
We drop videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10 a.m. Please become a member and become part of the gang. Yeah, I think, you know what? Yeah, become members of the gang. All right? Till next time. This is your boy, Vic XL.
You should do Spank.
Peace.
Peace.